Oh, yes, bring on Lawrence. He was a very sassy boy this week.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I have a question for the Minister on Clause 51 of Part 2, which is Section 33 amended. Now, understanding that when we are looking at Section 33 2D, which is currently being repealed in this bill, in the Employment Relations Act, it's specifically pertaining to the existence of a requirement to review a pay equity claim settlement. Now, the reason we have the allowance for review, and particularly done by authority, is another way of not being challenged, for example, by a judicial review. So in the context of this, without the ability to have a review as a part of mandate by the ERA, what evidence or what are the alternatives? Has the Minister anticipated then there will be an increase in the number of judicial reviews that potentially will have to be challenged as a result of a lack of review through this means? And is that something that has been anticipated? Because again, when we are looking at judicial reviews, or even for some instances a quasi-judicial review, it does provide an additional level of complexity and also of legality that people will have to go through in order to challenge a particular decision that is being made. Usually when we're looking at the review by ERA, we're potentially looking at decision as well as the process itself. I'm sure the Minister knows in terms of the difference between judicial review and also a review by an authority. But yeah, I just want to check with the Minister, has that been a consideration that's been made that the removal of the ability to review by the ERA would increase the number of potential judicial reviews that we will see?
Mr. Chair. Look, Mr. Chair, I just wanted to go back to the query made by Camilla Balich about whether I'd considered making other ministers responsible for the pay equity claims. The only changes being made to the Public Service Act in this bill are consequential. I have not considered any substantive change to that system, and I still remain the minister responsible for the Equal Pay Act. In response to the query as to the statements I've made in Select Committee about my responsibilities, it's true that I'm not responsible for the individual claims that people can take, and so my comments through Select Committee are still true. I've always suggested, however, I'm responsible for the legislation, but not the claims that people can make.
Ingrid Leary.
So she answers the question from before the speaker.
So she's not even sitting down there and compilating the best answers to retrospectively.
But if she was so across this legislation, she should surely have all the answers. It's what we expect when we see a general debate. You know, they're supposed to have the answers there in front of them. And
I mean, this is something Ant Holly mentioned that was quite a positive thing about Parliament, was the Committee of the House section, is the fact that it can sit down there and it basically opened up a lot more transparency within the House, because it basically shows when a minister's not competent and don't know their bill versus one that knows it off the back of their hand.
I mean, how many months has she been? Yeah, I mean, how many months has she been cooking this up? I don't know the bill inside and out.
Yeah,
I might have better answers in here. Shit, I don't know, but it's like,
so shall we sit there and do this? We'll see how Brooke answers the question, and then we'll get Laura to answer the question and see if it's a more conclusive answer.
Yeah. Let's give it a crack.
Okay.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you're subscribed to our Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok.